So I really like two things about what you say. Number one, the airplane thing, falling out of an airplane 50,000 feet. Like, hold on, it'll be over soon. And the other thing is when you say, oh, just don't talk about something and it'll go away. And I'm here, I'm listening to you, and I'm thinking, okay, Abraham, so you're telling me I'm in an airplane right now, so you're telling me to just jump out, and if I believe I'll land in Disneyland, then I'll land in Disneyland, or otherwise I'll just crash into a tree. Like, how can I just randomly believe that? You know?
Well, we're not actually asking you to believe that when you're falling from an airplane that much different is going to happen other than that you are going to move quickly and directly to the crash site. Because your understanding of your laws of physics are such. But the reason that we continually tell that story is because we want more than all of the things that we desire as we visit with you, with all of you. We want you to stop struggling when you're in the midst of negative momentum, because the struggle only adds power to the negative momentum.
And see, I understand that when I'm in the middle of negative emotion, I understand that if I pick something better, that it's good for me to pick a better disc. But
you can't, can you?
Right.
You can't. And that's the point that we're wanting to make. We want you to understand that that thought is going to play itself out most likely. And it's okay. But you have then other opportunities when you're not in that negative momentum to start positive momentum. So our message really is about not trying to control negative momentum, but wanting to perpetuate positive momentum. And if you say that and mean it often enough, then the negative momentum happens, you don't add power to it. Negative momentum happens, you don't add power to it. You observe something that makes you feel bad, you don't add power to it. Have you ever been in a conversation with someone where there was a disagreement and it became more and more disagreeable and you just couldn't shut up, and everything you say just makes it worse? You can't stop yourself, and you know it. You know that you should stop. You know that you should walk away, but you don't. You keep going in for more, going in for more. Well, that's what we're talking about no longer doing. Recognizing earlier on in the process that there is negative momentum and that trying to do something about it isn't helpful. Now, in the beginning of our conversation with all of you, years ago, we talked about pivoting. When you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. So in the early stages of a thought of what I don't want, you could say, well, I know what I don't want. What is it that I do want? And if you catch it early enough, then you can pivot into that. But if it's been going and going and going and going and going, law of attraction is not going to bring you thoughts of what you do want. It's only going to continue to bring you more thoughts of what you don't want. So your goal is to disengage from it, to disengage as quickly as you can. So the tools that we've offered are distraction, meditation, take a nap. But mostly what we want to say to all of you, and it's this new thing that we are emphasizing these days, is just don't be mad at yourself about it. Don't use it as a reason to club yourself over the head. Instead say, wait, this is the natural law of attraction. I've clearly got some momentum going that I didn't mean to get going. I watched that television program and then I talked to my friends about it and I got the momentum going, and I accept that I got the momentum going, and I'm not a bad person because the momentum's going. Law of attraction is the reason that the momentum is going, but I've got more choices than I've been deliberately taking. I don't have to keep engaging in this, and I do have to engage in it right now because the momentum's going, but I'm going to do my best to distract myself. I'm falling out of the airplane. I'm going to hit the ground, and that'll be the end of this. And when I wake up in the morning, it's my intention to start in a better feeling place. And as each morning you wake up, you reach for the higher thought, and each morning you wake up, you reach for the higher thought. That's what we mean by getting out ahead of the manifestation. We've been saying to you for a while that there are two ways of knowing what the momentum is. One is the way you're feeling, and the other is what manifests as a result of it. Well, once a manifestation has happened, there's pretty strong momentum going, and a manifestation A manifestation could be a bodily condition. A manifestation could be a conversation you're having. A manifestation could even be the thoughts that are moving in your mind, the ideas that are coming. We don't want you to panic over what's going on with your point of attraction. We want you to adore it and accept it and understand it and guide it. That's all. Just guide it. I can do better than I'm doing right now, but no big deal, because the truth of it is, if you didn't know what you don't want, you wouldn't know what you do want. So isn't having some negative momentum helpful in helping you to know that you want some positive momentum? Haven't you ever had an experience that it just went on and on long enough until finally you say, that's it. That's just it. That's as far as I'm going to go with this. So you define that you want something different, and then you just do your best. That's all we're asking. You just do your best.